Okay, at this point I have created an entry for Radcliffe in my Source Manager database. So when I hover over the year here, you see it gets highlighted. I already had an entry for Jones, and now what I need to do is combine those two entries for this one sentence that starts with the use of distance education technologies. Right now, I've done the bad thing and I put placeholders in. I really should have been updating my works cited list all along using Source Manager. So what I need to do is add citations for Jones and Radcliffe. And I can remember that. So I'm going to delete this entry, and I'm going to go up to Insert Citation. And what I want to do is find Jones in my list, and there's Jones. So I'm going to add Jones to my works site, or to my document. So that's fine, but now I need to add Radcliffe. And so let's go up to Insert Citation and find Radcliffe. Radcliffe is right there, and insert Radcliffe. And there you go. Oh, wait a minute. Each one is in its own parentheses. So what I want to do is have both of those citations in one set of parentheses. Now, you might think, well, I'm going to have to type this stuff, but no, you don't. Word can do that for you. And so first I'm going to undo my Radcliffe entry, and then I'm very carefully going to position my cursor right after the 1 in 2001 and right before my closing parentheses in this citation. And then I'm going to go up and I'm going to say insert a citation. I'm going to go down to Radcliffe. There's Radcliffe, and insert Radcliffe. Now Word has put both of these in the same set of parentheses, which is exactly what I want to do. Okay, so I could enter more of them as needed. All I'd have to do is very carefully position my cursor and insert a new citation. I will tell you, APA calls for the citations being listed alphabetically. So when you're putting these citations in, make sure that you put them in alphabetically. It's not as easy to put them, to reorder them once they're already in. You might end up having to recreate the list just to avoid some of the problems. Okay, what I want to do now briefly is show you how to create a works cited list. So I'm going to jump to the end of the document, and my shortcut for doing that is Control End. And so now I'm at the end of the document. I'm going to go up to my References tab, and I'm going to select Bibliography. And instead of just clicking on this, I hovered over the down arrow. And I have a couple options. I can insert something labeled Bibliography, or I can insert a works cited list. You do whichever one is appropriate for the publication outlet you're using. You can also go down and select Insert Bibliography without any kind of title, and Word automatically inserts the bibliography. Now, the reason you might do that is if your publication was calling for you having reference list as the title. And I'm going to get rid of that indent, and then I'm going to center this. So I'm going to go to my home ribbon, center it, and so now I've got reference list. The big thing here is that I have my bibliography or my reference list in my document, and you can see that Jones is in here. You can also see that Radcliffe is in here, as well as all of the other stuff that I had cited in this document. So, makes makes life a lot easier. You don't have to manually type your reference list and manually keep it updated. Word does all of that work for you. So that's how to put multiple sources for one statement and how to insert your reference list.